We don't always have enough time to cover everything in the recent news, so here with a recap is one of our writers, Amber Ruffin, in a segment we call Amber Says What?
You guys, things have been crazy. Okay, first of all, Beyonce announced her Renaissance World Tour, and I was like, what? Then tickets went on sale, and I was like, what? So I went online to buy a ticket, and I was like, what? These prices were so expensive. I was like, who you think you got, Beyonce? What's that? They do? Oh, I'll take 14 tickets. Sold out? Dang! So then I heard that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles were going to the Super Bowl, and I was like, what? But then I heard Rihanna's performing at the halftime show, and I was like, what? Yeah, baby, the Chiefs and the Eagles are not going to the Super Bowl. They're opening for Rihanna. Then I heard that Florida banned AP African American Studies from their high schools, and I was like, what? These motherfuckers said it significantly lacks educational value, and I was like, what? Then I realized, hey, I love Black history, and this decision kind of makes me like a little Black history criminal, right? I was like, what? I'm gonna sneak children Black history on the low. I'm a little Black history Underground Railroad. Psst, hey kid, come here. You want some Black history? Madam C.J. Walker was the first Black woman millionaire. Now scram and tell all your friends. Then I thought, well, at least Florida can't get any worse. But then I saw that the mayor of Miami unveiled a new Black History Month police car. And I was like, what? Psst, hey kid, you want some more Black history? Sure you do, now you're hooked. The origins of modern day policing can be traced back to something called the Slave Patrol. Now scram and tell all your friends. So then I saw there was a new dating reality show about MILFs called MILF Manor. And I was like, what? Is this a joke? I know I've heard this somewhere before. Like, didn't one of our writers, John Lutz, have something to do with it? And then I remembered.
Welcome to MILF Island.
Oh, you suck. This show is the worst. Didn't one of those MILFs die during production?
She had too much champagne and a monkey knocked her into some quicksand. It could happen anywhere.
I was like, what? 30 Rock predicted the future. Also, Lutz's name on the show was Lutz. This man was born with a name so funny that some of the best comedy writers could not beat it. So then I read that Connecticut might exonerate women who were executed for being witches in the 1600s. And I was like, what? You're exonerating them now? It's 400 years too late. If this is how you do people convicted of being witches, I'd hate to see how you do people convicted of possession of marijuana. What's that? They're still in jail. Psst, hey kid, come here. You want some more Black history? Black people are 4 times more likely to be arrested for possession. Now scram and tell all your friends. Okay, so then something crazy happened. You know that guy, George Santos? The congressman who got caught telling a million lies? Well, I read that his campaign spent more than $26,000 at an Italian restaurant. And I was like, what? Everything this man does is hilarious. $26,000 at one restaurant? What do they serve, Beyonce tickets? Then I found out that he owed the same restaurant another $18,000 for an event he threw there, and I was like, what? What happens if he doesn't pay it? Does he get his kneecaps broken by Chef Boyardee? This man lied about school, work, said he was Black, said he was Jewish, all while having a face beat to the gods and eating thousands of dollars of takeout. Sir, you are very bad, and it will never stop bringing me joy. Then it was Groundhog Day, and I read that Punxsutawney Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter, and I was like, what? This rat don't know the weather? Who does this groundhog think he is? Bitch, you live in a hole. Don't nobody want to hear your forecast, you don't know.
Amber, are you just mad that he said 6 more weeks of winter?
Yes, I'm so cold. It's no degrees outside. We don't have any degrees. Then people were like, did you hear Tom Brady retired again? And I was like, what? That is crazy because he is very football. Like, it's a whole thing. pigskin, touchdowns, tackling, field goals, touchdowns, touch-ups. He's got it all.
Amber, do you not know who Tom Brady is?
No, I do not.
He played in the NFL for 23 seasons. He's a legend.
Oh, is he that guy who kissed his child on the mouth and everybody hated it?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yuck. So then I read that Pope Francis said that being gay is not a crime, but it is a sin, and I was like, what? Bitch! Now you know what's legal and illegal? Where were you during Spotlight? Pope, please. Psst. Hey, kid, come here. You want some black history? The first black pope was George Santos. Man, George Santos got into my black history jacket. This has been Amber Says What.